So as we get ready for this Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight, which is insane at this particular moment, especially from looking at. Okay, let me be specific here because a lot of people would get this misinterpreted. I'm not saying Ben's better because of pads, because I'm pretty sure if I was on pads right now, I would look good on pads. Anyone can look good on pads. That's the same. Anyone can look good on pads. Pads aren't always the thing. Maybe speed-wise, that may be it. But besides that, no. If they weren't shouting out any instructions and they were just going at it, then it would be something different. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and here's the best thing about this. Ben's putting more of his weight in these punches, though. So you know what that means? A little bit more power. Instead of just throwing that, man, say, full body turn. My man putting the power in the weights and the weight in the power. There we go. I'm not sure if he'll give him the dub, but he'll last much longer in the fight. Jake still looks good as ever. Still does. But at the same time, looking at stuff like this isn't meaning that Ben's gonna win first round TKO. I don't see Ben going down in the first 2 rounds, and I've already said this. I've said my prediction that I'm going with Jake because I want Jake to win because I want him to succeed. That's what I want, still do. I want to see how far he can go with this, and that's always going to be my thing with Jake right now, is to see how far he can go. Because if he goes extremely far with this, it would be amazing. If not, if this is the end of the road for Jake, he had a good run. He made a name for himself, and if he's able to come back from this, congratulations, my guy. The fight's tomorrow. They're doing the weigh-ins tonight, so that means I'm expecting Jake Paul to push him. Like, I'm either expecting Jake Paul to push or to strike the man. Probably push. It's probably going to be a big push in him going like he did with Gibb, like a big Expecting that from Jake. For the fight-wise, I still sit with the same. I do expect really good early work from Ben of, like, keeping distance away from Jake, making Jake throw unnecessary shots. I do expect him to weave a lot of them, get hit with, like, a few of them, but not game-ending hits. I think it's going to be a 4-round fight. In my honest opinion, out of 8 rounds, I think it's going to barely make half. Like 4 rounds before we get a winner, in my personal opinion. I don't see Ben losing in the first 2 rounds. I see it going to like a 4th or maybe 3rd round, and then like Ben maybe losing or Ben maybe doing something to try and win. But it's clear he's not just gonna just rush into the fight and call it a day. Because if he does that and Jake can uppercut the mess out of my man, I'm just gonna be like, oh, why are we here? He's trying to fight Conor McGregor at the end of the day, so we'll see. A lot of people are saying that Jake's it's an easy, decisive win. It's really not an easy, decisive win unless Jake makes it easy, decisive win. That's the best way I can put that. Because the fight to us could be easy to predict. Ben Askren, a lot of people saying Ben Askren because of his accolades. A lot of people are saying Jake because he's actually boxed and he looks good. He doesn't look like a grandma to some people, but that doesn't give the entire story, because if we're going off of words alone or we're going off of what's on the paper, then let's go what's all on the paper. Or can we go off of our own little process of what's on the paper? You get what I mean? No, you don't? Let me explain it better. If on paper, Jake Paul, Ben Askren, we look at the accolades, you're going with Ben without even looking at his face, his physique, his striking ability. You're going to go with Ben. You look at the guy who's been boxing, and you're like, but because of Jake's skill-wise, he may be able to, one, showcase what he can actually do. Because yes, Gib fight, he showcased something. It was like tapping into, it's like when, it's like an anime character first transforming. You get a glimpse of how high they can, like a glimpse of the power, but you don't get like the full cap of it. You're not getting the, oh, this is the limit. No. Nate Robinson, it was a better timed Jake. It was basically the same Jake but better timed. Pretty much it. This Jake could be a monster. He could be a devastating monster if he can go in the later rounds. And that's my thing about it. I do believe Jake is gonna win this fight. Don't get me wrong. No real doubt. The only doubt I have is later rounds. Past like the 6th round. I don't know if Jake can do that. He may say he can, but we can all say something and it could be anything. Like I could say Ben Askren's gonna win the fight. He could lose tomorrow. But the weigh-ins tonight, they're gonna, Jake's gonna push him. I guarantee you Jake is gonna push Ben Askren. Do probably a little thing of like telling how many days left and probably saying some other kind of cringy, but it's him trying to be serious stuff. For going back to the fight, I don't see Jake, once again, I don't see him beating Ben early. I don't see Ben being an idiot and just running out there like he did the Masvidal fight. If he does, I do see Jake either trying to reposition himself in a way where he won't get hurt. I do see Jake nose bleeding in the fight because, you know, that's something he can't really control. So obviously that's a kind of easy one. But I also see Jake doing good in this fight. I see him doing really good to showcase who he is. I keep saying it because I want him to win because I want to see how far he can go with this. I don't want him to lose this fight. So I say my prediction would be a third, maybe 4th round stoppage by probably either stoppage, TKO, or knockout. One of those 3 or have to be the thing. It's probably gonna, I feel like it's gonna go more towards a stoppage or a TKO. I can see a knockout happening, but I can see a technical knockdown more happening than a straight up knockout. Only because of how sturdy Ben is. But besides that, Ben's looking great. He's looking fit and everything. Proud of the man. Go Ben.